In 2021, college sports would change forever. The NCAA passed a bill that would allow their athletes to make money from their name, image, and likeness. All until 2021, college athletes played their sports for free tuition and for the love of the game. In my opinion, one of the biggest news stories regarding athletes making money from their personal brand came from the famous YouTuber called Destroying. His real name is Donald De La Haye.
Our next guest was a kicker on the University of Central Florida football team. He has a profitable YouTube page. The university did not like that. The NCAA didn't like it either, so they kicked him off the team. Joining us now is Donald De La Haye, the player who was kicked off the team. Who exactly? Okay, so you got a profitable YouTube page, and the NCAA says, oh, you can't do that. And the University of Central Florida said, oh, you can't do that, so you're off the team. Is that what happened?
Yeah, they offered me some conditions that, the NCAA didn't really state too clearly. I have the paper, the waiver that they offered me to sign, and it says I can't even post unmonetized footage of me playing football. I can't be at the beach tossing up footballs with my friends. I can't even mention quarterbacks, nothing like that. A lot of people think, they offered this and that, but they really didn't.
I think his situation was extremely unfair to him. I like the idea of players becoming entrepreneurs, especially when you go to college to earn a degree that will earn you more money in the future. But this is where NIL gets tricky and makes me wish it was never legal in the first place. Now that NIL has been around for 4 years, it's not about YouTube views or partnerships with brands. It's all about which school can give you the most money to play for their team. These powerhouse schools are giving the top high school prospects millions of dollars to play for their team because of NIL Collective. An NIL Collective is an independent organization typically affiliated with the university but not formally part of the athletic department. These collectives receive millions of dollars from donors and boosters to then provide financial support or opportunities for athletes to engage in NIL activities like endorsements or appearances. Last week, the Tennessee quarterback, I don't know how to say his last name, Nico Lamavea, was earning $2.4 million a year with the Volunteers under the contract he signed with Spire Sports Group, the Tennessee-based collective. He signed that contract while he was still in high school. The deal would have paid him in around the $10 million range altogether if he had stayed for 4 years at Tennessee. As crazy as a contract that was, Nico still got greedy, and he decided not to show up to practice until he could renegotiate his deal to $4 million a year, which led the Volunteers to move on from their star QB and look for another one. This is what legendary football coach Nick Saban had to say about NIL, and it had a big reason for his retirement.
All the things that I believed in for all these years, 50 years of coaching, no longer exist in college athletics. So it's always was about developing players. It was always about helping people be more successful in life. My wife even said to me, we'd have all the recruits over on Sunday with their parents for breakfast, and she would always meet with the mothers and talk about how she was going to help and impact their sons and how they would be well taken care of. And she came to me, like right before I retired and said, why are we doing this? And I said, what do you mean? She said, all they care about is how much you're going to pay them. They don't care about how you're going to develop them, which is all what we've always done. So why are we doing this?
So do you think that NIL is ruining college athletics? Because I'm sure a lot of college athletes would highly disagree, but I personally think it is.